There's many scientists and politicians, Mr. Governor Jay Inslee, University of Washington professors, who have declared the Pacific Northwest a climate change, environmentally minded, and environmentally mindful, necessary, an important part of what they say with their philosophies and their theories and their mathematics as an eventual change, a new hope, a new world, a new earth, and none of those bad toxic gases in the atmosphere and those incarcerated drug users and dealers and sellers and mafia, cartel, gangster thugs in prison. And mostly their argument has to do with an economy of remote workers and technology business owners, engineers, Microsoft software air fixers, problem solvers, previously in cubicles, now. And all of these people working together in agreement, these committed activists and screamers and yellers and writers about these problems that they have verified with information they studied and learned. Now, a Pacific Northwest with a little bit of snow often in the winter, less frequent on Capitol Hill in Seattle, though. Mount Rainier, trees, parks, water, and ocean. These are all important processes for a system I heard in college at Western Washington University as a similar Marxist, communist, environmental card-carrying decision a man named Christopher Pavsek made in Canada. Now. And now, there's the black bloc with the Antifa knives, combat boots and shields. And their Black Lives Matter. Allies. Who, though they rarely explain their broken windows they leave behind, and their graffitied buildings with their names and their slogans and their instructions for rape, murder, incest, a law no longer in the jurisdiction of a police force. They say every night at 8 p.m. should no longer have funding now. Observation in these Pacific Northwest locations and conditions are much easier with so much to stare at. So many drug sales to hear and so much confusion to appreciate with stimulation, an inevitable reward of a big, hot and sweaty apartment, $2,000 studio in an indoor park, coffee shops below, sandwiches on the go now. And most importantly, for those who have their riches and their fortunes and their fame, food delivered to their doorstep with ice packs and all of the best organic, natural foods humans have available now. However, for those who don't appreciate harassment and assault, violence and duality, there's little else but a university and college, some huskies and some cougars, and only one, though occasionally a few other opportunities to receive a degree, to have a bank account, not negative now. A noose tied, called a rope. Doctors say patiently, calmly, and smugly. A tree, a body, a self, a mind, and an ego. Psychology declares essential and necessary, a procedure to follow, to recycle better, and to poop less, and to eat no meat now. And what a world and earth has after their duality has concluded has to do with the millions already dead. Undoubtedly the billions or hundreds of millions who didn't like an observer and didn't appreciate a follower, listening and watching, restricting and controlling and limiting a freedom needed. When survival has no options and decision making has no energy and problem solving can't fix what neurons and synapses fail to do, when they're suffering, hunger, and only drugs and only meth and only crack and some pot and some mushrooms to eat and swallow on a snowy coronavirus, February 2021, early afternoon. Now,